HWWS WebTV, the real social media television network. Check out HWWS WebTV.
And good morning, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me and everyone can see me. My name is Marc B Lee, and I'm one of the co-hosts for Saturday Morning Cartoons. Welcome this morning. It is such a beautiful, beautiful day here. And bless you, Jerome. It's such a beautiful, beautiful day here in lovely Orlando. Unfortunately, it gets beautiful in the morning because by the time afternoon gets around here, it's going to be 95 degrees. Yes, this is the reason why we all moved down to Florida so that we don't have to shovel snow. No one told us about the perpetual tan that we'll have, but I guess it's a kind of a trade-off. I miss the trees. I miss the changing, the colors, the oranges, the freaking the freaking reds and whatever. Oh my God. Hello, Rose. How are you?
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good to see you here. Jerome, how are you? Oh, really? It's funny. I think you muted yourself because you wanted to sneeze. Then I saw you were muted. I unmuted you, and then you sneezed, and then I muted you again, and now you're still muted, and now you're unmuted.
Good morning, and welcome to lovely Massachusetts, where it is 57 and foggy, and the leaves are just starting to turn into a lovely color.
Suck it, big oranges and apples and fall stuff.
It is apple picking.
Yeah, apple picking. Oh wow!
You suck.
I'm a native Floridian. Okay,
yeah.
So
sorry.
I never saw the leaves change until I went to Georgia, like about 3 years ago, and it was so beautiful. Because everything down here is brown and green. Those are the colors you get, brown and green.
You were like, why are the trees on fire? You know?
No. See, you got to understand something about up here. Okay, one, we have a love-hate relationship up here with the leaves. Okay.
Oh, yes. I know what you're about to say. Go for it. Yes, I agree.
Well, first off, when the leaves turn, they fall and everything else, and we got to rake them up and everything else. I mean, but basically, we hate the tourists coming up to see what we basically consider dead leaves. Okay? I mean, yes, they're beautiful. We love them and everything else, but they're dying pieces of plants.
And when you have to rake them up, that is what I hate.
That's why I have my lawn guy cut them up into little tiny bits and just grind them back into the dirt.
Oh, sorry. Cheryl, sorry about the rain in Baltimore, but it brings spring flowers. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
But the love side is we love all you tourists to come up and spend your money up here, you know?
Yes, of course. That's why we have no sales tax down here in Florida. You guys pay it for us. You know?
We know all about tourists. We get them down here all the time for our beaches.
Or is that a misspelling of terrorists? I'm not quite sure, you know?
Same thing. There's no difference. It's like, oh, I don't live here. Let me pee on this tree. You know? Bathroom line is too long. Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah. Anyway, Saturday morning cartoons. But before we go there, I think a good friend here has an announcement that he'd like to make to everyone. I always knew he was a woman, probably the ugliest woman I've ever seen in my life. But
you haven't seen my legs.
He want to see. Oh, I don't need to see your legs.
I've seen your legs, pal. So don't start with me.
Hey, don't knock my legs, okay? I happen to they get me where I'm going. So
hey, Chris Evans and I, we have a competition on the tush.
Ooh.
Okay, he may have America's butt, but I'm coming up fast.
But Limpic, thank God you only mention Tush. So take it away, Jerome. I'm pretty sure you have something you want to talk about. Go ahead.
All I want to say today is yesterday was my darling wife's birthday. And
Happy birthday, Cara.
Yeah.
Yes.
And today is our anniversary. And I just want to wish her a happy anniversary.
Double
Happy
whammy.
anniversary.
You
Yeah.
actually
She's-
planned that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
When you
Yeah.
proposed to her, you said,
I told her
hey,
when it was going to be. I said, this is the
Yeah.
only condition I have is this is the around this date.
Yeah.
That's
let's get married the day after your birthday. Yeah. You're an idiot. Are you crazy? That's
Why?
like having your birthday on Christmas Eve.
No. This is a guy's decision. See, this way, the birthday and anniversary are close enough together. I don't have to worry about forgetting things, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, at least I have nice legs, as you said. So, you know.
We've seen pictures of you in the short shorts.
You know what? So you gave your wife 2 presents.
Actually, I gave her one big one this year.
Well, we saw the couch. It's too bad we can't see the couch. We're going to have to somehow squeeze that in. Uh-oh. Here we go. Man, that's a mecha couch. That's something that converts into a transformer.
Shh, quiet. Sure. You're revealing my secrets.
That thing is freaking awesome. All right, so
Thank you.
As much as I love doing this, let's get this damn thing over with. Okay. So,
well, it's gonna suck, you know that, don't you?
Yes, it's going to suck royally. Trust me. Get ready for this. Everyone that's watching, start to watch parties. Share the link. Whatever you got to do to push us out there in the internet world. We appreciate it greatly. But today we're talking about. Wait a minute. What? Because he wants to remember. Oh, happy anniversary. Gotcha. Today we're going to be talking about They Ain't Cartoons. All right. Now, this is actually a part something, 1, 2, or 3 of things we've discussed before, but in a different kind of format. We've talked about live action Saturday mornings, basically, and we've already touched on a few of these that you're going to see today, but I have some added information on those that you're going to see today. And we got some new ones here that I'm going to show you. And basically, when you are laying around on your tummy in front of your television set and you're watching cartoons on Saturday morning, there's going to come a time during a specific hour, not any set hour, where you're going to see live action stuff. And you're going to be like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I think probably the coolest thing that we can remember that was live action, we're gonna revisit today, and that was Land of the Lost. But most of us remember Lidsville, Bugaloos. We remember Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. Rose, what can you remember in live action?
Oh, well, I do remember the HR Puffin stuff that was on quite often.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, all the Croft stuff, Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. Now you've put me on the spot, and I can't.
That's okay. How about you, Jerome? What do you remember?
I remember Shazam, Isis, Wonder Buggy. I definitely remember Sigmund and Land of the Lost.
You had one on your show last time, I think.
Yeah, we did Electro Woman and Dinah Girl, that whole Sid and Marty Krofft Super Hour. We talked a lot about that in the last one.
And of course, Bigfoot and Wild Boy.
Yeah, well, that's your personal favorite. Not mine.
Is actually.
But I remember they would do a lot of animal, like they would take off from a variation of the what is it, the Wondrous Journey or something, where the cat.
Interesting that you mentioned animals, because I do have a live action animal show that I have, believe it or not, never heard of, and I'm
really
a very famous star is in the lead of this, and we're going to show that to you later. But let's go on to another one of my personal favorites that I think a lot of people will remember, of course, and a lot of people will love. But since our shows sometimes focus a lot on intros and outros, a lot of my media play here that you're going to see during Saturday morning cartoons is episodes, not full episodes, because we don't have time for that, but you're going to see segments that I'm going to show. I even have 2 incredible documentaries that I have never seen before in my life. And it's like, yeah, I watched those shows too, but they I can't say revisited. They did a documentary on surviving members, shall I say, that I thought was fascinating. So we're going to see that later on. That's towards the end of our group here. But without any further ado, this was probably everybody's favorite. It has a theme song that would actually make you go psychotic and start people when you're bus that you're traveling every morning to work, because someone in the back of the bus starts to sing this damn tune, which I have eliminated from this clip just to save your sanity. So you can thank me on that. But let's get to know a little bit of who these characters are. So without any further ado, let's start off with these guys.
And here come the Banana Split! Super! Lego! Sparky! And Bingo! Hi, Flagle! Got the mile!
I'm going to stop it here because I have another portion of this that I'm going to gear up right now that I want to share with you.
You know, the first time I ever got a mailbox, I was worried that there was a hand inside there.
Really?
Well, remember, I lived on military bases, so they would just shove the mail through the mail slot in the door.
Yeah.
So when we moved off base and got a mailbox, I was really concerned that there was an actual hand in there going to grab my mail.
Hey, read Terry. Terry, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, is in Ireland watching us each and every week. He's part of our crew. He's part of HWWS. He's a support person that we really love and appreciate. And he's telling us his Saturday morning / afternoons included Land of Giants, Planet of the Apes. He says
Lost in Space.
And
Little House.
He says really? House on the Little Prairie, which is funny. But yeah, I mean, really, you guys were.
It would be more of. I could see more of the Irwin Allen. That's because Land of the Giants, Lost in Space. That's the Irwin Allen stuff from the 1960s,
which I adored. I was crazy about it, but it was always nighttime entertainment. It was always in the prime time, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8:30, whatever.
But some of those shows, especially like Lost in Space, got shifted to a Saturday morning, especially if you had like an independent TV station in the area.
Right.
The Irwin Allen stuff was huge and on Saturday morning or Sunday mornings on independent stations here in the States.
Boy, to the bottom of the sea.
Exactly.
Let me go ahead and play the second part of this clip. And for some reason, I have no volume on my end, so I'm hoping you guys are seeing this.
Yeah, we're hearing it.
Okay. It's something in my computer. I'm checking it out. But check this out. Wait. The reason I'm showing you guys this is to kind of get the tra-la-la, la-la-la-la out of your brain.
Too late.
I'm replacing it with this.
Hey! Oh, people everywhere are talking about soul. It makes you never ever wanna grow old. You can't buy it in a grocery store. You can't borrow a soul from your neighbor next door. And if you ain't got it, no, I said you can't get it. No, because the soul ain't for sale. No, you can't buy a soul. When someone asks me, hey, what is soul? I say forget it if you gotta be told. You might feel it in a broad daylight. When you know your baby's out of sight, because if you ain't got it, no, I said you can't.
Oh, okay, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of the musical aspect that show basically had during this run. If you're not watching segments of, if you remember, The Three Musketeers, okay, was a segment. Danger Island was a segment. Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. That was live action / animation. Rose, do you remember any of those segments in the Banana Splits?
I only recall them because you mentioned them on here before. But I do remember the Huck Finn, Tom Sawyer stuff.
Come on, you're missing one.
Wait. I said Three
We're
Musketeers.
gonna die.
What?
One of the characters would always be the pessimistic guy going, "It'll never work. We're all gonna die." Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels. Stupid me. Yes. That
Gulliver was huge, and he always carried around to have four.
I remember
four different things. And
guy.
one of the girls had a crush on Gulliver.
Those girls were hot. I'm sorry, I don't blame them.
Yeah, for what? 2 inches tall?
You're right. It'll never work.
Do you all remember when the Banana Splits guest starred on the Brady Bunch?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, were they at the park?
Yes. Yes, they were at the park.
Yes, I do remember that. That was incredible. Do you guys remember the Sour Grape Girl?
Oh yeah, the Sour Grape Bunch. There were two. I did research on this one. There were two girls that were the so-called messengers. Yes,
and they would come in and deliver messengers for the Sour Grape Bunch, which was a rival gang to the Banana Split. So that was pretty.
She had some interesting. One of them did an interview, and she had some interesting commentary on it.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, basically, she felt as she got older that it was a bit of not abuse, but exploitation.
Oh, yes. Oh,
it
was kind of risque for these young girls to be having mini skirts like that and dancing the way they are, which we are currently having a problem with right now.
Right, but she also said, though, at the time, and she still has fond memories of the dancing and playing around on the set, too. So she said she's of mixed mind of it.
Right. Well, that is the Banana Splits. I think I got all these guys. What I refuse to show.
Don't tell me don't show the murder.
I'm not. What I refuse to show, was the trailer for the theatrical horror film. Ooh. I was so excited when I saw a Banana Splits movie coming out. And then while you're watching the trailer, it just turns. I'm like, holy mackerel. I'm like, I can't even take a kid to this. All right.
Yeah, even my daughter will not watch that. So.
Well, good.
Thank God. Good, smart daughter you have.
I like your daughter. She's so intelligent. All you horror fans out there, shame on you.
Exactly.
It's bad, just bad. All right. So in 1976, there was a show that was created that starred a member from the Love Boat.
That could be any number of people.
Well, it's only one. This is in no relation, to the 80s cult hit movie, The Monster Squad, which I did go to the theater to see and actually enjoy. It wasn't top on the list in terms of fantastic special effects, but it was really cool, I thought. Monster Squad. This live-action series, though, this TV series, did feature Dracula and the Wolfman, however. It also featured an inspired, friendly premise on par with the movie that shares its namesake. So, of course, the individual who was a part of that group was Gamby. Fred Gamby?
Yeah. Gopher. Do you know what he went and did after Love Boat?
He became a politician.
He did. He became a U.S. representative for the state of Iowa.
I thought he was a very successful one, from what I understand.
He was. He had some. He was a Republican, so I'm a bit of a liberal. So he and I, not always agreeing. But my family had, not my side, my mother's side of the family, who lives out there, had a relationship with him.
Ooh.
So I had a major crush on him.
Okay.
Mark's not quite sure how to respond to these comments.
I had a major crush on no one other than the guest. They had some really hot from.
So you had a thing for Charo.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'll never have a conversation with this woman. I just know it. It's just impossible. So. Yeah. Well, I'm going to play a segment of the Monster Squad, ladies and gentlemen. that had another well-known actress during that era. Actually, 10 years before she was very popular. She still went on to be popular, but she was more popular 10 years before the premiere of the Monster Squad. So take a look at this clip and have some fun with it.
Ooh.
And we'll watch it all.
How am I going to bring the world to its knees?
Start a giant marble game.
I know. I'll turn all the sodas in the world to castor oil. Count Dracula. This should be very interesting. Count Dracula, come in. I am deeply honored.
You recognized me.
And I have
Who
sound.
would not recognize Count Dracula?
I wouldn't. I have never seen myself.
Of course, vampires can't see themselves in mirrors.
Exactly. I am probably the only person in the world who wouldn't recognize me. If I were to walk into a room right now, I'd say, who's that?
What a shame. You're quite handsome.
I used to be told that, but I haven't been getting the proper nourishment lately. The real reason I came was I was hoping that you could possibly put a spell on me so that I might see myself in a mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the handsomest of all? Dracula. See? Mirror, mirror on the wall, help the count to see it all.
Yeah, got it.
Well, you gotta start small. Tell you what, if you practice with this, I'll mix you a nice glass of plasma. Listen, can you show me your driver's license? I could get in trouble if you're under 18.
Oh, Countess, you kill me. I'm over 638 years old. But who's counting? Ah, a la vodka?
That's how they all fall. Bottoms up. Take them to the hoodoo room, boys.
All right, so that was Julie Newmar, one of 3 Bat women, okay, doing the 4?
6.
Name them all for me.
You've got hang on a second here. I can't think of her name for a second. The last one.
Eartha Kitt.
There's Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt, Lee Merriweather, Michelle Pfeiffer, Halle Berry, and then well, of all of them, there's only been 6 total.
Right.
But
I was just referring to the TV show, so I get it. Okay. All right. So that was Monster Squad, guys, and just to, I guess, prep you guys. Even though we started talking about the Sour Grape Girls and how the risque movement doing it in 1966, they weren't looking at it that way.
Yeah.
We've advanced to a more perverted society, I think. There's going to be is that next? Yes, that is next. There's going to be something in my next, and by the way, there's Fred, in my next presentation to you that we're going to kind of talk about, because at the age that I was watching that show, I still think that I was pretty much still kind of a young adult. What age? Yes, I was actually. I was a full adult when that came out, but it really drove me nuts, and I'm gearing this up as we speak. Rose, have you seen Monster Squad at all?
No.
Oh,
Nope. Not an episode.
Okay. So this was one of the shows that, in its live action rendition, pretty much excited boys like me because I think boys were pretty much into monsters, especially any Universal monster that was out there. I mean, we loved Frankenstein and Dracula and the Wolfman, and to have them as a team, a crime fighting, literally a crime fighting team, was really interesting. What people didn't know is that these guys, of course, they had a base of operations, much like the Batcave, but they also had utility belts. And they also had a sweet ride. I mean, it was called the Monster Van. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
This is how they got around because the way Frankie walks, I don't think they'd get anything done. But anyway, so that was basically the Monster Squad. And we're going to talk about my next presentation. My next bit of this, I gotta get it up here. I'm doing 3 jobs here, trying to,
Yeah, you gotta get yourself a tech guy.
Yeah, well, I don't let anybody in my house, so he can't work here. Anyway, so okay,
so put him on the porch with your new grill.
So, with my new grill, yes. So here comes a show that everyone remember. I don't think there isn't anyone in the entire world that's never heard of this person and probably his show. My problem with this show was its guest star, okay? And one of these guest stars, even though I discovered that, yes, I was an adult when this show debuted in 1986, I knew it was geared toward children, but yet they had this hot chick on it that really disturbed me, okay? And of course, we know her as Miss Rhonda, but that's not the star that I'm referring to on this show. This star usually walks around these days with a red pill or a blue pill in his pocket.
Yep.
And he, in fact, started, I'm not going to say show business, but his first recognizable role.
This was his big break.
As this character was this big break. And I just want to say this in representation of everyone in my known race, that this guy ain't black, okay? Not in this segment, no way in hell, and I want you guys to listen up.
Woo-hoo, Pee-wee, I just stopped by to return your percolator. Got a moment to chew the cud?
Not right now, Countess. Cowboy Curtis has a date with Miss Yvonne, and he's nervous.
Yvonne,
dating dilemma, my specialty. What seems to be the problem, Curtis?
Well, it's just, I'm afraid I won't know how to act.
That problem seems easy enough to solve. Let's review the do's and don'ts of dating. Pee-wee, you be Miss Yvonne.
I just paused it. This is not Morpheus.
Bomb.
No way, I'm not gonna be a girl.
Oh, you want to help your friend, don't you?
Oh, come on, Pee-wee, you just gotta help me. Please?
Okay.
Now have some fun with it.
Take the red pill.
All right, Curtis. The first thing you do is greet your date.
Howdy do, Miss Yvonne?
Ow! Gently, gently. Now, say something nice.
Like what?
Give her a compliment. Tell her how lovely she looks.
Boy, you sure do look mighty pretty, Miss Yvonne.
Thank you, Curtis. Marvelous. During dinner, you'll want to engage a date in conversation. Go ahead, try it. Talk about something you like.
You know, Miss Yvonne, I love the outdoors. I mean, riding the rain, camping out at night under a starry sky, hearing the owls hooting off in the distance, and the coyotes howling at the moon.
That's lovely, Curtis. Now, get your date to talk about herself.
What do you like, Miss Yvonne?
Well, I like lipstick, hairspray, perfume, dresses, and frilly little lacy things.
Very good. Well, that brings us to the end of the evening, Curtis. What would you say at your date's door?
I I had a wonderful time, Miss Yvonne, and thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. I had a wonderful time too.
Can I see you again sometime?
Okay. Please, we've had such a lovely time. Let's not spoil it.
Okay, gag's over. That's it.
Well, you seem ready for your date, Curtis. Just remember, the most important thing is be yourself.
Yee-haw! Thank you, Countess, and thank you, Pee-wee.
Welcome.
I have never got my dating skills from a cow.
Well, you know, that might be your problem.
Oh, okay. All right. Find a cow. All right. All right. So this woman is very disturbing. Okay. Only because I actually, as I was researching this, went slowly through many clips of Pee-wee's Playhouse, only to come across Miss Yvonne many times in various stages of costuming. And even after that full 2 hours was over, I knew for a moment that I need to find something more appropriate for the show and not just focus on Miss Yvonne. So Cheryl says she saw him on a dating game. That's pretty interesting. Hopefully he didn't have that Jerry curl with him when he was on it. But okay, Rose, you're the one that's been living under a rock the longest. Who do you in fact remember Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Yes, I do. I found it very disturbing at the time. I think I was probably about 13, 14 years old. I turned the channel. I never watched it.
It was hard to watch sometimes. You had to find out what the word of the day was going to be, because like when everybody was applauding in this clip that we saw, it was because obviously Pee-wee or whoever mentioned the word of the day and you're supposed to go crazy with it. All right.
It's just disturbing. It's disturbing to me.
It is very disturbing. All right, this next clip I'm very, very excited about because it is also on the list of one of my all-time favorite live action shows that I have watched. And a lot of people related it to drug-taking psychedelic era, but it was a kid's show. I mean, it was like, what are these adults thinking? I think they were literally in the writer's room going, I got an idea.
You know, they to this day deny that there was any drug use whatsoever.
Yeah, and I'm white, so whatever. It's like, there's no way you could sit around a table and how do you describe this? How do you even come up with it? I mean, let's get some midgets and put them in a cop uniform. I mean, it's Constable.
Well, I could see them saying Keystone Cops, which is what they are, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And then somebody probably said, yeah, but that's not funny enough. Let's and they probably had like, midget wrestling on the TV in the corner,
And who ever heard of a dragon with a big ass head like that? And where's his wings? Why can't he fly? He's some freaking dragon.
Not all dragons.
I'll tell you the truth, Mark. Before you ever told me, and I'd watched this show growing up, I did not realize he was a dragon.
Yeah, same here for a long time. I didn't realize it either.
Yes, he's a dragon. I mean, we could say lizard because he has no wings, but he's a dragon. Okay, the documentation that I've read, he's a dragon. Okay?
He is a dragon.
I'm sorry. Yeah, see, he's got the long tail in the back there, and he's got spikes coming out of the tail. He's a dragon. Okay, Rose, just get over it because he's a dragon. Okay, I don't want you to get upset or anything.
Yes, but they came up with the coolest villain and the coolest vehicles.
I love Witchy Poo.
Who doesn't?
She was hilarious. You can tell even under her humor, she was funny under her humor, she was still evil. She reminded me of the witch who flew over whatever, saying, free Dorothy or
the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah. And it's like Witchy Poo is the kind of same thing. She's on a broom, kind of a technologically advanced broom. So even though it only lasted one season, okay?
It had a movie.
You bust my bubble there, okay?
Sorry.
But anyway, it did make a considerable dent in pop culture, okay? So the talking flute, I felt so sorry for, because this flute couldn't do anything but stick its head in somebody's mouth. I mean, I don't get it, but HR pumps up. So what I found is not the opening sequence because everyone basically knows that by heart. But I did find the trailer. Enjoy this. We're going to watch the full trailer for the theatrical release. Yes, Rose, it became a movie. Okay.
I saw it in the theaters.
I wasn't that attached, but here we go.
Stop eating your popcorn and be quiet, or I'll bash you.
Everybody, but everybody is coming to see Puffin' Stuff.
Baby, I'm alive and living just for you.
Brand new full-length feature of family entertainment.
I am freezing this. I'm going to let Jerome answer it because I'm sure the audience doesn't know. Who is that singing bird?
I don't know, to be honest.
All righty, that's okay. What is Terry saying here? Ladies and gentlemen, that singing bird that you see right now is Mama Cass. The mama.
Really?
Mama Cass shows up later as a witch, by the way.
Yes, she is actually in this movie.
1 year in the making. Universal Pictures brings you the biggest musical fantasy since The Wizard of Oz.
Liar.
Starring Jack Wiles, the artful dodger of Oliver. Billy Hayes as Witchy Pooh. Martha Ray as Boss Witch.
Happy hour now.
Mama Cass in her first feature picture as Witch Hazel.
I'm trying to save it, lady. It's too nice to let it get scarred.
Fire! Fire! The castle's on fire! How do you get out of this chicken outfit? Hello! Answer! Please! Somebody! Anybody! It's a worse catastrophe than I thought. It looks like the witch captured everybody. Oh, Jimmy! It's horrible! What are we gonna do?
You love the comedy, the color, the marvelous music.
When I was smaller and people were taller, I realized that I was different. I had a power that set me apart. You're the little dragon, your personal pal.
Inspired by the TV show that Life magazine called A Wizard of Oz-like fantasy.
You're lovely, tough and stuff, and we can't love you enough.
Everybody will love Puffin' Stuff because this is the year for Puffin' Stuff.
You know the writers and even the conceptual artists, they were all tripping on something.
They were puffing stuff. Yes, absolutely. They were puffing stuff. And it's no way in the world that no one in the theater wasn't doing the same because
No, because the reason I saw it was I was in the 4th grade, and every Saturday at about 1 or 2 o'clock, they'd do a kids' Saturday afternoon matinee where parents would just dump the kids for 2 hours.
Right, sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather be watching Star Wars.
That's where I saw a lot of Godzilla films, was that Saturday afternoon matinee.
Yeah, Star Wars hadn't started yet because Puppet Stuff actually went from 1969 to 1970. And I'm telling you, during that era, these guys, someone literally said, hey, I have a great idea. After Woodstock, I think I got all the best ideas in the world right now. So just take a look. So that was HR Puppet Stuff, the movie, ladies and gentlemen. We all remember HR Puppet Stuff, the series, the little lost boy who obviously...
Poor Jack Wild, man.
What?
He really suffered afterwards.
Yeah. He actually... I don't know how old he was, but I saw a news interview. Actually, no, it wasn't for the premiere of the movie. It's for something else he was attending. And you definitely saw him a little older, but I actually think he was older than, or looked older than what he actually was just in that little interview that I saw. So HR put this up. Terry over in Ireland basically states that we had a fair few shows similar to these. I hope he's talking about either Pee Wee Herman. He might be talking about Pee Wee. Rainbow being the one that ran for years. Rainbow. Never heard of it, Terry. One up. Never heard of it, Terry. That's something that is new to us here. Double Decker. I remember Double Decker.
Yeah, we had Double Decker here in the States.
Yeah, it was pretty much obscured, though. I don't think it showed on networks that, any of the major networks. And then Cheryl says here, he was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
I don't think so.
Kevin Costner one, maybe.
I don't think so. Hang on a second.
I thought he died young.
He died way before that, is my understanding.
Okay.
He may have been. He was he was.
He was in fact.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You know what? His face
Miller's son.
His face is vaguely popping up in my brain in Robin Hood. So
no, he died in 2006.
Wow.
Well, when was Robin Hood Prince of Thieves?
That was 1991.
Okay, so he was in it.
Yeah. Cheryl,
wow.
sorry.
Thanks,
we
Cheryl.
are wrong.
I think even as an old guy in that movie, he still kind of had that face, that impish kind of look.
Yeah.
You know,
Hang on a second here. Let's do this. Let me see if I can.
Good job. Let's see. And I still got some puppet stuff, shots that I'm showing you guys here before we go on the next one, which I think the next two are going to be hilarious for you guys. So bear in mind. Okay, now I got that geared up.
Okay, I see you. Yeah.
You got it? You found it?
Yeah, you just have to just Google Jack Wilde and Robin Hood, and you can see the images of him.
Let's see something here. Jack Wilde, Robin Hood.
Wow.
Bear with us, folks. We're doing some research here. Let's see. Images. Oh, yeah. See that one right there. So let's see if I can share.
So I'll tell you a fun fact while you guys are looking that up.
Please.
I loved him in Oliver, Jack Wilde. Yeah. And we did Oliver for my 8th grade play, and
Who'd you
so we had to watch that movie a lot in the 8th grade.
Did you get to play the Artful Dodger?
I played Nancy.
Okay.
You played Nancy?
Yeah, I got killed. Yeah, my character got killed at the end.
Well, that's not fair. I can't share it.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can deal with this.
Do we got it?
I have it in my.
Well, anyway, people can look it up.
Yeah, they can. Just guys, just go ahead and Google basically what we did, and pretty much.
Well, it's about time, Terry.
What about is about time?
It's a question Terry had. Anyone remember a show that had the theme song, had the words, "It's about time, it's about place, it's about two men lost in space." The TV show is called "It's About Time."
Yes, it's about time. I remember.
Hey, Cheryl, Papa, I got to sing that song on stage.
Oh, yeah, so did I.
You played Nancy too?
No.
No, not Oompa Loompa.
Oh, that was in.
Oh, sorry, I did the Oompa Loompa song.
Okay, I'm about to ruin your appetite here for a minute.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job so far.
Oh, yeah, I know. I told you this show would suck. This show came on in 1988, okay? And many trips to the video store resulted in taking home at least one of these movies, all right? So to basically stay in competition with Pee-wee's Playhouse, I present to you, I couldn't even hold my laugh at this. I present to you this.
Hey, Vern, today's your lucky day and you wouldn't want to oversleep, Vern. We only do it once a week, Vern. Me and all the other guys, Vern. We even brought the pies, Vern. It's your and a speed war with a story and a moral and a big chuckle, hip trip, double dip, super supreme show. You know what I mean? No! Hey, Vern, we moved your furniture and now we're gonna fire up the barbecue, Vern. We owe it all to you, Vern. But now you gotta move, Vern. Hey, Vern! Hey, Vern! Hey, Vern, it's me. I'm on TV.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we all watched this show.
Jim Varney.
It's Ernest. I think I was outside playing by that time. I think they came on in the later hours, like noon.
I love Jim Varney, but man, you can only love him in short spurts.
In short spurts, you're absolutely right. But I mean, just the face.
He had a very popular movie career there for a little bit.
But his real money though, he got boatloads of money doing those commercials.
Right, and that's how he started off. I think.
Yeah,
it was the commercial.
Well, he was a stand-up comedian. Then he got those commercials. That's what got him into the world as we know it, was those commercials he used to do. And I don't even know what the product was. I just remember him doing those commercials.
I think Hollywood decided to make him a star because it was irritating.
Then they ought to be making a lot of people I know stars.
Just look at that. Doesn't that just drive you? I mean, plus his teeth is perfect, and that ain't right. He's supposed to be country. You know, so
I'll tell you, I never sat through one whole film.
Neither have I.
That show was like too much like Pee-wee, so I didn't watch it. I didn't like the format.
All right. Okay. All right. So that was Vern. So we're going to go ahead and dump him because we don't want to do this anymore. But there was something that came on, and it was actually a Emmy-winning series. It was produced by a local affiliate in Pittsburgh, WQED, and it spared no expense on its visual flair. No expense. And for something to be local like this, where's my movie? To spare no expense in this, you could see this, but if you don't relate this some way to Cirque du Soleil, then you aren't looking closely. So I want you to look closely at this show. It came on nationwide, but basically it started in Pittsburgh with this well-known celebrity, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if you can pick them out.
Everyone up, everyone in. Time for the fun to begin. Come along with us to Zoobly Zoo, Zoobly Zoo. Man, are waiting for you. It's as close as a dream and as bright as the brightest blue. Welcome to Zoobly Zoo. Let's introduce the Zoobles to you. I'm Mayor Ben. I'm here to lend a helping hand. I'm Bill the Beaver. I am nothing's on command. There's daring and adventure when lookout comes to call.
And a kangaroo named Wow who puts music to it all.
My name is Van Gogh. Just color me fun, and you will shout bravo once the show has begun.
Everyone, spread the news. There'll be so much to see and do. Just see Kartoon.
When you're in Zoobly, Zoobly Zoo, Zoobly Zoo, magic and wonder are waiting for you. So come on with us now and discover the wonder of you. Welcome to Zoobly Zoo.
1988, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember at all anything Zoobly, and of course the celebrity is right there, dead center. That is Ben Vereen of Roots fame, as we all know. So
he's quite the dancer too.
He is.
He was.
Excellent dancer. I have never seen this show in my entire life.
I did see it. I think it was syndicated. Yeah,
Wow.
I think it was syndicated.
Wow, you saw this.
Yeah. I think it used to come on like in the early morning, like around 7 a.m. where I was at.
I was watching New Zoo Review.
I remember that too. Yeah.
I was in love with Henrietta Hippo. Okay, I think she was a sexy big woman, a big hippo. Only time I can call a woman a hippo.
Don't worry about you, Mark.
Hey man, she was hot.
You got some weird crushes going on as a kid.
She was in love with the frog, I think. Anyway, or the owl. I can't remember which one, but she was hot, man. That was Henrietta Hippo. But the expense that I would mention prior to showing you this is, of course, in the costumes and the makeup. Can you imagine doing this show every day, having to report probably 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever, to get made up as these characters? So I didn't watch it. I never saw it before. Rose, I'm glad you did. I'm assuming it was geared very heavily towards children.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They had good musical numbers. I mean, it was always, a variety, it's a variety style show.
Yeah, there was a lot of dance, a lot of song in it. It was had prominent areas on both the Learning and the Hallmark channels. Zoo's 80s production values aside, the song is wholesome atmosphere, more than hold up in 2020.
Hey, you know what? All I can say is looking at this picture of Ben Vereen, better than the movie Cats.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Which I had, my spidey sense went off, and I stayed away from that movie. I said,
I saw the trailer and I ran screaming.
Well, the trailers really creeped me out. So, I mean, look at this elaborate makeup, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. They really went all out in dressing up their characters for this show. That was pretty impressive. Okay, now we're gonna. Oh, I need to show this. Look at that cast for a TV's kids show in the morning. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. Okay, now we're going to move along to at least one documentary of a show that we have already showed here before. And it was a series, live action. Remember what this show's about today. And it was a live action series that I actually was intrigued with, mainly because it dealt with the future or the lack thereof. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say lack thereof when you see this trailer. This is a documentary. I'm not sure where I have it geared up to, but I'm going to go ahead and play as much of it as I can before I stop it. So watch this, guys.
The three of us, Terry Lester, who played Jonah, myself, I played Ruth, and Samuel, we were like the police force in this, it was the futuristic society. We were to do good, help society, and it felt good playing a role like that. And hopefully we could teach the kids a thing or two and get them thinking about certain issues of the day.
ARC 2 was the future in more ways than one. Saturday morning television of the 1970s was dominated by animation, but Filmation expanded the landscape with serious live-action adventure series. Following the success of their superheroic Shazam, Filmation debuted ARC 2 in September 1976 on CBS. This new series was set in 2476 on an Earth that had become an ecological wasteland. Roaming the scorched land aboard the futuristic vehicle ARC 2 were 3 young scientists and their talking chimpanzee. Their mission was to bring the hope of a new future to mankind. Now, turn back the clock with the cast and crew of television's groundbreaking science fiction classic. Climb into the roamer, fire up your flying backpack, and prepare yourself for the launch of ARC 2.
CBS, 1976.
All right, we'll go ahead and stop it there. I just wanted to show you that intro of the doc, and most of the docs that I have for this morning is going to be shown much like that, just portions of it. These things are about 30 minutes long. So you can just go ahead and Google it and on YouTube and look for a documentary or the launch of ARC 2, which was this particular one. And it pretty much will revisit, and I use that word again, revisit stars that had been in the series during that time. And you can see a lot. The science fiction show that was set in the year 2476. Hey, we got time, guys. 2476.
I was going to say, we need ARC today.
Well, you know,
I have to agree with Rose on this one.
1999, big disappointment. 2001, A Space Odyssey, big disappointment. We got time, 2476.
It's plausible.
Wasn't it with 2012 the world was supposed to end according to the Mayans also?
2012, failure. Anyway, so the Earth had been devastated by war and pollution and had gone back to an almost Stone Age existence.
Where are the Flintstones?
Right. The group of young scientists, Jonah, Ruth, Samuel, and their animal companion, Animal, who could talk.
I want to know how that happened.
Well, what I didn't add in today's show, and I'm going to pre-warn everyone here, especially with Talking Chimps, was Lancelot Link's Secret 8, which was one of my favorite shows. Lancelot Link. Even the music was dynamite, but I'm not showing that this week. We'll do it another time. So they went to search for the remnants of humanity. Why? I don't know. So they can teach them how to rebuild their community. Yeah, sure. I think they're hungry. You're not going to have time to teach them nothing. They're chewing on your thigh bone. So anyway.
Hey, that chimp's looking awfully good with ketchup.
Right. And then here it says the storyline, of course, is based on the story of Noah and the ark, and the names are taken from the Bible. Okay, these characters, Ruth and Jonah and blah, 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 blah. And as a side note, okay, from 1980 to 1989, okay, Lester would play Jack Abbott, he originated the role, on the daytime soap The Young and the Restless. My brother would probably know this.
He was good on that show.
But he left the series in '89. Sadly, he passed away in 2003 at age 53 after suffering a series of heart attacks. So,
wow.
Yes, so there you go, Arc 2. I want that backpack like crazy, man.
Oh, please. That backpack to retread from Diamonds Are Forever.
Yes, that too, but Lost in Space first, I think. But yeah, I want that. And she still looks fantastic.
Oh, she looks great.
She looks really good.
She really looks fantastic in the video, but Arc 2, yes, we are saved, yay, do one of the Bullwinkle and Rocky, yay, so, all right, so next one, and we're getting near the end here. Next one is a series that I have actually never seen.
Uh-oh.
Well, here's the thing, though. I didn't know a remake was made because this is, in fact, a remake. I had no idea that, and in fact, I think I discovered that there was 2 remakes of this series. So let's go ahead and play a little bit of, well, we can play this. This is the opening, so we can play the whole thing. Oops, wait a minute. Hitting wrong buttons here. 3 there, that bit there, do this bit here, and there you go.
Oh, Lord.
Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you guys to listen carefully because I have both some very fascinating news and some tragic news on this series. Okay, Flipper filmed it went for 4 seasons. 4 seasons, guys, from 1995 to 2000. Okay, this live-action reboot of the classic '60s series has nothing to do with Elijah Wood starring 1996 movie, but it's much more entertaining than that film. Each of Flipper's 4 seasons focused on a dolphin as a human friend, which included a naval research officer and her rebellious teenage teenage son at a fictional marine institute. Here comes the tragedy. All right.
Let the dolphin die?
Will you be quiet for a moment and stop trying to jump ahead of my...
I'm sorry.
Right, anyway, so the series is best known for its infamous finale. Flipper beaches himself on a sand dune, and his human friends are too late to save him.
What?
Yep. He dies. For real. His demise likely led to lots of therapy bills for his traumatized fans. Yes, Flipper dies during the filming of a scene where he dies.
That is crazy.
That is so wrong.
Insanely tragic. And it makes me not ever want to find this series, okay? Because we know what happens to 4 years of this dolphin on the show until the final freaking episode and season.
Wow.
And I haven't researched a lot of information on this, but I hope someone was brought up on charges, because if PETA didn't get involved in this tragedy, then something's tragically wrong, obviously.
Well, there's a list in the Wikipedia listing about the controversy.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. So anyway, let's move along here real quick. My next one is an all-time favorite for probably everybody. I think this is the most recognizable real live action episode. I'm doing two things at once here. Bear with me. You're going to see this. I wanted to gear it up to some part of the episode, but I will go ahead and start it from the beginning so everybody can get a little bit nostalgic. And we all know this series as Land of the Lost, and we're not talking about the movie.
Less said about the movie, better.
Well, let me say, did everyone raise your hand if you saw the Land of the Lost? Oh, wait a minute. I saw the movie, but I didn't pay to see the movie.
Yeah, I saw
I did not pay to see that. I don't like Will Ferrell at all anyway.
Yeah, he's kind of disturbing, but I think I saw it when...
Thank God for cable.
Yes, and that's when I saw it, and I thanked myself. I said, oh my God, I would have probably walked out on it.
I don't think I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, it was, but the classic Land of the Lost is what we're all talking about, thank goodness, talking about quality at an earlier time. But this is something that we all remember. So let's go ahead and watch a little bit of Land of the Lost, and we will revisit this, and I'm going to sneeze in a minute, I think, from what my notes is telling me. Okay, everyone, sing along.
Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition at the great earthquake never known. I've been stuck there down 1,000 feet below to the land of
Lost. Hey, that dinosaur broke the fourth wall. You know that, don't you?
Yes.
Who are you screaming at? Okay, what I'm also going to do, and let me say this first. There are a lot of people that are on Facebook, okay, who we talk about doing various shows of ours. And one being the little girl and Wesley and what was the girl's name? I'm sorry.
Holly. Kathy Coleman.
Right, Kathy Coleman. They are Facebook fanatics like you wouldn't imagine. They do conventions like crazy. So, and Julie Newmar is on Facebook. She's 80-something years old.
It's looking great for 80.
She loves showing herself in leotards and bathing suits or whatever at that age. And of course, she shows a lot of pictures from the past, which is so freaking interesting when she posts that up on a Facebook page. If you haven't friended her, Julie Newmar, you should. She is very, very active.
Can't see you, Mark.
Can't see me?
All I've got is a blank screen.
Oh, that's true. Hold on for a second.
There you go.
There I am. Sorry about that. Jennifer, thank you, Jennifer. She was tapping us. So that is a nice bluegrass type of song that I really enjoy in Land of the Lost.
You know this? I didn't know this. This show went for 3 seasons. I thought it only went for 2.
Yes, I think the last season the dad wasn't involved.
Right. There was a merchandising.
I think did his uncle was his uncle in that?
Yeah, his uncle.
The uncle became the 4th or the 3rd member. 4th including Chaka. You got to include Chaka, so you can't. But Land of the Lost, guys, is something that we remember dearly. Okay. It has stop motion animation for dinosaurs and critters, and of course, it has some really, really creepy guys, which I want to show you.
The Flea Stack.
Right there.
Yeah, scary.
And then you know who created the Flea Stack, right?
The what?
You know who created the Slee Stack, right?
I don't recall, but I remember remembering.
It's David Gerald.
That's right. It was
the man
David.
who brought you Tribbles brought you Slee Stacks.
Yes. That's a good change. He went from furry little critters to lizards.
Well, I think he just shaved the Tribbles,
Oh, is that what and that's what he came up with? Well, try to shave this one. Try to shave that.
That's creepy. That's creepier than the Slee Stack.
Yeah, that's Chaka. What were they called? Can't remember.
Paku?
Paku? That's
I think that's what they were called.
Totally correct, if not close. Yes, that was. Okay, guys, now we're coming up to some serious docs. I really enjoyed docs. And I say docs for short for documentary. Land of the Lost was something that we all remember and we love. Here comes the last two in my series that I don't think we enjoyed and loved. I honestly think that the documentaries were a lot better than the whole series itself. But there are recognizable characters in these two series who came from other series that we will love until the end of time. So let's see. Do I have a starting time? Oh, yeah, I got to push 29. So stand by. Whoops, that was too fast, Mark.
I know this show.
No, hold on. Am I showing images on the screen? Because I'm not.
Yep.
Oh, it's kind of late for that. Okay, here we go. I'll start it here.
Very visually exciting, and it was just a lot of fun to play.
The year is 3732, and mankind
We got time.
long ago left the Earth to explore space.
We got time.
The best and brightest young people from across the galaxy have been drafted to enroll at Space Academy. Under the guidance of their instructor, Commander Gampu, the young cadets of Blue Team include Chris Gentry, his sister Laura, action-oriented Tigar, brainy Paul, pretty young Adrian, the robot Peepo, and the blue-haired mysterious space orphan Loki.
That's blue hair.
Airing on CBS Saturday mornings beginning in the fall of 1977 season, Space Academy was another groundbreaking live-action series from Filmation Studios. With special effects by some of the technical wizards who had created Star Wars that same year, Space Academy was praised by critics and proved popular with audiences both young and old. Now you can learn the real stories behind the series from its creators and actors. Join us as we go back to school with Space Academy.
What the hell is up with these phasers?
Space Academy.
Oh, hold on, let me get you out of here. What is up with these phasers that you can't put in your pocket?
Well, those were phasers. Those were rifles.
Yeah, well, Arc 2 had this freaking solar panel. And I'm like, well, would you have to run back to the ship to get the freaking
Well, I mean,
weapon?
if you think about it, okay, so if I have a phaser, how much lawsuit are you going to get from Star Trek back then?
Well, exactly. And of course, who is the beloved character I'm talking about in the series, ladies and gentlemen?
Who, Jonathan Harris?
Yeah. Jonathan Harris, Dr. Smith from Lost in Space, was a member of this crew. And it's funny, he's somebody who they all looked up to.
Isn't he supposed to be like 900 years old or something?
I'm not sure, but let's see here. Some critics disliked the ideas of kids taking on dangerous assignments and thought it would be more adult-oriented. But the title of the show in Space Academy indicated that it is a school or place of higher learning. Even the opening narration done by Jonathan Harris, which I didn't catch, indicated that the students, space cadets, have been gathered from all reaches of the known world because of the unique talents and abilities for the purpose of being trained to cope with the mysterious, the unknown, the unpredictable dangers lurking in the vast darkness of space. This guy has a good point who wrote this here. It's like, okay, let's beam these kids down. We didn't need them anyway.
Yeah, except for one problem here, okay? I mean, you look at and this is real life thing. The average age of a kid of a person on an aircraft carrier is about 22. Okay, and by all of our standards, that makes them kids.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, think about it. You got 22-year-old kids dealing with atomic weapons.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so putting the blue-haired kid I think was a bit young, but the rest, you can say they were a little older than what they are. I mean,
And to answer your question, yes, Jonathan Harris was 300 years old.
300, yeah, I just saw that.
In that series. Do I want to last that long? I don't know. But he looks good for 300.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to look that good when you're 300.
Exactly. It doesn't look a day over $2.99. So. That's Space Academy. They had, I think, Dijkstra has something to do with some of the special effects in this series, the ships at least. Try not to advance and reveal too much, so I gotta drop in there.
I gotta see if you're moving on to what I think is the next obvious step on
Yeah,
this one.
and my final presentation for you guys for our segment on They Ain't Cartoons. I want you to take. Oh, yes, I'm gonna go ahead and play the beginning of this from this actor before we go into the explanation of the series. Let me go ahead and drop this. And I did watch this series as I'm fiddling around and talking at the same time. It was okay, but it reminded me a little too much of Buck Rogers, the newer Buck Rogers. So take a look at this, guys, for a little bit, and we'll get back to you.
Did you hit the play button?
That's a good question. No, I did not.
For the time, Jason of Star Command was probably one of the most expensive shows, certainly on Saturday morning TV. I believe the budget on the show was close to $200,000 an episode, which at the time was an amazing budget. But we had all these great special effects and all of these things and gugas that flew around and did things. It broke a lot of ground in terms of children's television.
In the 38th century, a
We got time.
space-age soldier of fortune named Jason works with Star Command, a secret
he looks
organization
familiar.
headquartered at Space Academy. Joining Jason on his adventures are computer genius Captain Nicole Davidoff, Professor E.J. Parsafoot, the alluring alien powerhouse Samantha, dashing Commander Carnarvon, and grumpy Commander Stone. Aiding Jason is the powerful mini-robot Wiki. They all must work together to stop the evil Dragos from attaining his goal to become master of the cosmos. Airing on CBS beginning in the fall of 1978 season, Jason of Star Command was the final groundbreaking live-action series from Filmation Studios, the most expensive Saturday morning children's show ever produced. Jason featured a talented ensemble cast and special effects by some of the technical wizards who had created Star Wars. For 2 seasons, Jason's serialized adventures ruled the airwaves and launched the series into television history. Now, you can learn exciting secrets about the series from its creators and actors. Blast off for excitement with The Adventures of Jason of Star Command.
Jason of Star Command, 1978, CBS, Saturday morning.
All right, let's stop him for a second. Thought I stopped. Okay. Here is, stand by for a sec. Okay, there is display. There he is.
Casting director asked me to come out to, actually it was the stage that we ended up shooting Jason on, this warehouse. Actually it was a warehouse with a bunch of different sets, and we just kept going around this warehouse. I went out and auditioned for Lou Scheimer, who I saw again for the first time in 27 years when we were doing the commentaries. Great seeing him. Great guy. He and Art Nadell, who's the director, and I met with them and I auditioned. I walked out the audition room and Lou came out and said, "Craig, we want to offer you the part," before they even talked to my agent. I had a really tight costume. That's true. Well, it was that, that outer space hero thing. They wanted everything tight. They wanted the guy to have a good body, and everything. So everything was tight. In fact, when I had to do that open sequence, when I crashed through the door at the opening of every show, they wanted to put pads on me so that when I hit the floor, that I didn't get bruised or banged up, which I did. I got really banged up. We must have done it a dozen times, and I couldn't put pads under that outfit because it was so tight. But it looked good, I had the high boots and, the blouse pants and, I had the cool belt, and I could hang on it, and I had all the little gizmos. So it was a great outfit. I thought it looked good. Of course, I was younger then, and I could get away with it then. I still look pretty good, though. I can still wear that outfit. It's a little larger, I guess.
Jesus. Very Ming the Merciless.
Who had done nothing.
Very Ming the Merciless. And yeah, that was Jason of Star Command. And it was really, really nice to discover these documentaries, because if we had documentaries of all, I mean, just a cast of Land of the Lost, just a cast of HR Pup and stuff, if someone, like they did here, could sit down with the producers and the actors and talk about the days of when we were growing up, the filming process, how they created these adventures for us, where we stand now, technology is, but oh yeah, okay, whatever. I hate to talk about technology. You guys see my bike?
Oh yeah.
Behind me there, yeah. I Amazoned my bike there. Why can't I point to this damn thing?
There you go.
There you go. I try to get on it as often as possible, but
I was gonna say your new clothes hanger.
Well, yeah. When you discover how out of shape you are, you're not spending the recommended time limit on these kind of exercise machines. So I'm working my way up to it. May take me 20 years to become proficient, but I ain't gonna quit. I'm not stopping. I'll stick with it. I'm not gonna quit. So, guys, this is what I came up with for this week.
What was interesting about Jason was okay. So you see, Mr. Blue Guy here. He was actually the second season commander.
Yes, he was. He replaced Jimmy Doohan.
And why did Jimmy Doohan leave?
Because the movies started.
Yes.
The Star Trek movies started, so he couldn't pass that up. So,
and I still want to know why Jimmy grew that caterpillar under his nose.
Well, it is in the first movie. He does have that in the first movie, but I don't know. People get tired of shaving. You know, I'm one of the rare ones where I only need to shave twice a week, if that.
That's why we got to get you a cat so he can lick your chin.
Stop that! No. Bad visions. You're a banana split. So anyway, that was our show, and I hope you guys enjoyed the opening. We showed the commercial for HWWS was in that opening, and I hope that's just something that we're experimenting with openings, although we're going to have that opening from this point on, a commercial for HWWS for our shows, and then we'll we'll start in with our intro for that. But is there anything you guys want to say about a live action show? Oh, before you do that, I didn't say this. It's information on Jasons of Star Command. This aired on CBS as part of the Tarzan and the Super 7 from September 78 to September 79, and then aired on CBS as standalone series from 79 to 81. And the first season of the series were only 15-minute segments.
Yeah.
And it was done in a serial format, which each episode ended with a cliffhanger, of course. It was popular enough to be given its own standalone 30-minute show for the second season. Okay. The first season had James Doohan, best known as Scotty from the classic Star Trek franchise, as Commander Canaveral. All right. Other live-action series, and I want you guys to pick one that I don't call Rose. Other live action series, we already touched on Shazam and ISIS. There was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There was even Beakman's World, which I love the music of Beakman's World in the beginning. So Shazam had a standalone. Secret of ISIS had a standalone series. Anything that you can remember or mention, Rose?
Well, there's Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Right.
And,
I like the drum.
I mean, you talked about Flipper. I mean, I remember Flipper from the early show, not the one you showed. I remember it from back in the 60s. There's I remember they would show shows from the 50s in Saturday morning. So I remember Lassie.
Yeah.
You know, Timmy stuck in the well. Time to get a new Timmy. There was Rin Tin Tin, which was basically a Western show.
Yeah, Rin Tin Tin.
Yep. But I also remember the comedies too, you know, like Lost Saucer and Far Out Space Nuts.
Right.
Yes, that's the one I was trying to think of. The Space Nuts, yeah.
You remember Ghostbusters?
No, I actually don't remember Ghostbusters.
I don't either.
They were the two lead characters or co-star characters from F-True.
Yeah.
And it was a gorilla.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the cartoon, the sequel cartoon, but to this day, I still cannot remember.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the theme song to it. Yeah, that was one live action.
Well, there's another very popular one from the 1950s that caused a lot of controversy, and that was the Soupy Sales Show.
Yes, Soupy, and we talked about risque people like Pee Wee, you know, and
you heard about the controversy of what he did, right?
I probably purposely threw it out of my brain. But
well, during one of his shows, he basically told the kids to take all that green paper out of their parents' wallets and send it to them.
The money thing.
That's exactly boy, did that cause a lot of brouhaha.
Yeah, I mean, it would have worked as stand up on stage somewhere in a nightclub, but you don't do it on network television. And
my father tells me about it because he says he saw that episode.
Yeah. But you know, and again on the risque part, and that was too risque. It was just stupid. With Pee Wee and Miss Yvonne, and with Miss Yvonne always coming in, and I watch some videos. I'm like, oh no, I don't remember this, but this is bad. You know, he literally made some verbal risque comments that I'm like, whoa, no, you can't say that. I'm like, wow, that's what was on back on 80, 86, and things of that nature. So I thank you guys for watching our show. I hope that you enjoyed this segment. We won't be on next week because my $50.38 airline ticket round trip, $50.38 round trip to Baltimore is next Friday. So that's where I will be for the weekend. So
Are they for that kind of money? Are you getting the free pretzels or the peanuts?
I'm hoping I'm getting the seat. Because if I gotta hang on to one of these bars like the subway,
I figured they would strap you to the top of the plane like a shot deer.
You're right. I'm probably outside for that amount of money because they're not making any money off of me flying me up there.
They got to put the tag on your like the deer, when you shoot the deer.
Yeah, exactly. And I am TSA approved, so I don't have to, go through any of that.
Do you have a stamp on you or something that says TSA approved?
It's on my butt. They make me drop my pants just to make sure that I am in fact approved by somebody. So I will do that. Thank you, Odie. We try to do great shows here, and since it's Jerome's turn next week, which won't happen next week, the week after that, Jerome is going to be doing what? You want to tell us?
I have no idea, to be honest.
That's fine.
I've got some ideas. You guys actually sparked a few ideas that I want to look up and see if I can do. I do have a special show prepared for Mark to do. I'm working on now for Mark for Halloween.
What?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay, and if you guys did not see our show last week, we had Rose's fantastic daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Who with Rachel and who was just incredible, and she has an open invitation to anytime wanting to join any one of our shows.
Man, she was good.
She was very good, and I'm trying to bridge us old boomer farts to the millennials, and I think that if she came on this show, I think our numbers will just skyrocket. That's really the true reason why I want her to come on. It's like, I found one. No, but I happen to be Rose's daughter.
In response to Terry's question, it was okay. The other show I was on this week. No. Go back to the one.
Okay.
Yeah, he wants to know how I was on a public access show this week. He wanted to know how it went, and it went okay. We kind of got sidetracked onto 12 different directions.
And you're going to be on Reels and Hills today.
I'm going to be on Reels and Hills. Yes, we're going to be talking. We're going to be talking movie soundtracks.
Scores. You're doing scores this time.
Movie scores.
I thought that was last week.
No, that was soundtracks, which are the songs and stuff like that. Scores are usually like the instrumentations, like the John Williams music.
Oh, okay. Bastard. Anyways,
yeah, Rose was there last week. It was a great show. We had a lot of fun.
It was a fun show.
Good to hear. So
and tomorrow at 8:00, I will be on the Fanboy Mismatch Game show that they're doing.
Fanboy Mismatch Game?
Yep, it's basically the equivalent of the match game.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Oh, who's putting that on?
I think
because we're giving them free advertising right now. So you might.
Yeah, I gotta see. Hang on a second here. Let me find out who's doing that show. Garrett's.
I hadn't heard that one.
Oh yeah, that was on the whole producers.
Oh, you know what? I think I saw the call out for that on Facebook.
Yeah. Let's see here. Ryan's doing that show. I think it's Battle of the Nerds or somebody. Yeah, I think it's Battle of the Nerds crew is going to be doing that.
I'm not familiar with Ryan, but that's good.
Yeah, but yeah,
Very
I'm one of the panelists. I think I'm going to be the I think I'll be the Richard Dawson character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go around and kiss everyone.
Looks like Stacey and Garrett are going to be on today's Reels and Hills also.
Yes, they are.
Oh my God, I need to watch this then. What time is
Yeah,
this?
that's going to be
2-ish.
2-ish. Yeah.
I'm trying to get back in. I need to do some work here in the house on a project, architectural project, but I can still listen in if I can't watch. So that'll be great, guys. That's fantastic. So once again, we hope you guys had enjoyed our show this morning for Saturday morning cartoons. We try each and every week to bring you something different that we probably haven't done or that needs a part 2 or part 3. We're going to see you guys in 2 weeks, okay? So take care. God bless. And remember, definitely go out there and vote, or you have nothing to complain about ever for the next 4 years. Go out and vote. All right? Take care, guys. Bye-bye.